Every single morning at 5:30 on the dot, my phone would ring. Steve, this is John Walker. How you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day. How you feeling? Oh, John, I'm sweet, man. Every time I call, I've called you 37 days in a row, and you keep answering the phone like something's wrong. He said, when you gonna change your attitude? He said, when you wake up in the morning, man, you got a bad attitude, which pretty much explains why you've been having a lot of bad days. And he said, man, I hate that about you, man, because you're such a cool dude. You got so much potential. He said, no, I'm sorry about it. And he hung the phone up. Next morning, I'm damn near sitting up in the bed. Hello? Hey, Steve, it's John Walker. I said, hey, John, what's happening, man? What's going on with you, baby? I said, it's Steve Harvey, man. He said, Steve, how's it going? I said, man, I'm having a great day, man. I'm having a great day, John, man. You don't believe it, man. I got some great stuff going to be happening. He said, man, you my man. Click, and he hung up.
You didn't cause the storm. The storm is not your fault. It's not like Peter went in the wrong direction. It's not like this guy knew that this guy was going to pass out on the plane. You did not cause the storm. So stop allowing that voice to accuse you. Because Satan is an accuser of the brother. And he will say you brought this on yourself. You're a fool. You should have never done it. You must have lost your mind. What is it about you that made you think you could do something that big? You must be crazy. You must know storms come to everybody. Anointed people, saved people, unsaved people, backslidden people, whorish people, straight people, gay people, cute people, ugly people, fat, bone-legged people. Everybody has storms. What made you think that you would be exempt from going through storms? I want to talk to you today about favor in the storm. When we think of favor, we think of something good happening. We received a promotion. We met someone special. The medical report turned around. We know that's the favor of God. But when we face difficulties, things aren't going our way. We're still taking the medical treatment. Our finances haven't turned around. The promotion didn't go through. Doesn't seem like we have favor. We have all these obstacles. But having favor doesn't mean you won't have challenges. Favor is what's keeping those challenges from defeating you. When you're in a difficult time, you may not see it, but favor is what's pushing back forces of darkness. Favor is what's keeping that sickness from taking your life. Favor is what protected you in that accident. If you didn't have favor, you wouldn't still be here. The enemy would have taken you out. You may not recognize it, but you have favor in the storm. Favor taking the treatment. Favor dealing with an addiction. The scripture says God's favor surrounds you. It doesn't come and go. It's with you in the good times and in the tough times. When the Israelites were headed to the promised land, they came to the Red Sea. Pharaoh had just let them go, but he changed his mind, and he and his army came chasing them. The Israelites were at a dead end. They had nowhere to go. Moses held up his staff, and the waters parted. Those 2 million people began to walk through on dry ground. We look at it today. In hindsight, it's easy to see they had favor. The waters parted. But imagine being there, having to walk between walls of water, not knowing if at any moment they were going to collapse, holding your children tightly, the enemy chasing you, closing in. It was loud. People were panicking, all kinds of commotion. I don't think they walked through calm and collected. They were nervous, afraid, thinking of everything that could go wrong. What if these walls of water don't hold up and we all drown? What if we don't make it through in time? What if the Pharaoh catches us? There were 1,000 things they could have worried about. It wasn't until they got to the other side, until they were back on land, that they began to rejoice. Then they knew they had favor. The truth is, they had favor the whole time, they just couldn't see it. Favor is what was holding back the walls of water. Favor is what kept the enemy from catching them. When we're in the middle of a difficulty, sometimes we don't recognize that we have favor. It's easy to focus on all the things that could happen. What if I don't get well? What if I can't find another job? What if my child doesn't get back on course? You could live worried, losing sleep, panic, or stay in peace. You have favor in the storm. God is pushing back forces of darkness for you. He's not allowing the sickness, the addiction, the trouble at work to keep you from your purpose. There is a force working for you in the middle of the storm that is greater than any force that's trying to stop you. Quitting guarantees the failure. Once you quit, it rules out any chance of succeed. The mere waking up every day, putting the next foot in front of the next foot, at least keeps you in the game. And if God is waking you up continually every morning, once God wakes you up, that's a sign from God that He ain't through with you yet. That He has something more for you in store that He hasn't given to you yet. That's why you wake up every day. Because God has more for you. Now, all you gotta do is understand, because look at this, the moment God is done, when you serve your purpose here, you won't wake up. But if you keep waking up, don't you understand that there's a higher purpose? Your goal in life is just to get into a relationship with God where you can understand the purpose. And it ain't got to match nobody else. Quit trying to be saved like everybody else. You got to get saved for yourself. People all the time, I get questioned as a Christian all the time. I can't believe you're a Christian, you cuss. Well, I'm a Christian that cuss. I'm still a Christian, I believe in God. Which one we tell you? But if you knew who I used to be, you'd be perfectly fine with this occasional cussing that I'm doing now. You really would. If you knew what I really do, you'd be okay with this cussing. But I quit worrying about people a long time ago. People ain't got no heaven for you. People can't save you. And now I was thinking one day, if the scripture is true, that there's none perfect, no not one, God no perfect, but there is a heaven. Everything that I know about God that matters, I learned it not in a concordance, not even in a scripture. I learned it all. When you look around, you may see walls of water. You see opposition, trouble, sickness. It looks frightening, but keep the right perspective. It cannot defeat you. Like the Israelites, the favor God put on your life is going to bring you safely through. The enemy doesn't have the final say, God does. What He has purposed for your life will come to pass. No bad break can stop you. No sickness, no addiction, no person. God is in control. Instead of being frustrated by the problem, worried about your health, upset over the bad break, turn it around. Father, thank you that I have favor in the storm. Thank you that favor is keeping my enemies from defeating me. It's easy to believe we have favor when good things are happening. What I want us to see is we have favor when we're in between walls of water. We have favor when enemies are chasing us. Sometimes we're so focused on the threat and what's coming against us, we don't recognize that without the goodness of God, we wouldn't still be standing. The psalmist said, God has anointed you, He is steadying you, making you strong, and your enemies will not get the best of you. In the middle of that difficulty, you need to remind yourself who you are.
So if the storm had been that bad, how come the water didn't wake up Jesus? But the enemy has a way of amplifying trouble in your mind to make you think that it's worse than it really is, and you panic because the devil knows his storm can't take you out. It's your fear that's going to take you out. And what God is trying to teach you to do, I'm talking to somebody, I don't know who it is, but God is saying, be steady. All hell is breaking loose. Be steady. Your emotions are all over the place. Be steady. Your enemies are everywhere. Be steady.
See, a lot of people, because they don't want to make any mistakes, it takes us to the next level. A lot of people don't want to fail. Fear of failure, fear of success, and guess what else? Fear of the unknown. I saw a guy last week, came up to visit me, haven't seen him for years. Bob Boyd from Columbus, Ohio. Bob Boyd introduced me to motivational tapes, introduced me to a lot of motivational speakers and positive thinking, and a multi-level marketing company at that time called Bestline Products had an inspirational leader named Bill Bailey. Jim Rohn was in that as well. And so Bob Boyd, that folded. But here's what about Bob Boyd. While I was interested in seeing Bob last week, I drove up from Columbus. Bob Boyd, that I know has been involved, personally I know, and I've been involved in businesses with him. Bob has had at least 30 failures that I know. 30 business failures since I've known him since 1972. Incredible. So I want to hear this deal that Bob is bringing me. I've got to talk to you. So he came in the traditional Bob Boyd fashion. Hello, Les, how you doing? I said, fine, Bob. I wanted to know if Bob had lost in his steam, had life beaten his dream out of it. Bob said, Les Brown, I've got a deal. You know, you get exposure to a lot of people. Man, I've got a deal. I'm thinking this. You want me to join Amway? What is this? Man, I've got something going. Man, this thing, man, Les, it's a money machine. I said, tell me about it, Bob. But here's what was going on in my mind. Bob didn't mention anything about all the losses, deals we'd lost some money on. It never came up in conversation. It was like, this is the first deal he ever brought me. I said, what courage? You know what Winston Churchill said? You know what Winston Churchill said about courage, Pat? He said, courage is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So you want to courageously hold on to your dream and not lose enthusiasm. See, Bob has not internalized failure. He just didn't work out the way he wanted them to work out. He's still looking for his pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And he was so fired up, traditional Bob Boyd fan. He took his coat off. Let me tell you something, man. You've got to see this deal with the things you're doing here now on PBS. Unless you'll make a fortune, man. I just can't wait to tell you about it. I said, tell me, Bob, tell me. We got to talking. I said, Bob, I want to be a part of it. He said, now explain to me what I just told you. I said, I don't know what it is, but I want to do it. I want to do it. I didn't even know. See, you get fired up about something. People will come to see you burn. They want to go too. So I like the fact that Bob has not lost his fire. Bob is still hungry. Bob still sees his dream. Bob is still searching for a way to make it happen. He doesn't care about people talking about it. Man, he's never kept a job. Guys had 15 or 20 different jobs. All these business deals. Bob has turned a deaf ear to that. A guy in Los Angeles, all over the front page of the newspaper, he just passed the bar after taking it 48 times. He had more than enough reason and excuses not to take it. His son has a law firm. He could have been a legal assistant, a clerk. And people All of a sudden, used to laugh at this guy. He was a laughing stock. Are you taking the bar lately? Can you imagine what they did to this dude? No, the guy is man making a career taking the bar. But by the way, you need to make a career to pass it. People will do that too. You know, people talk about John Kennedy Jr. failing the bar. Did you read in the newspaper that he passed? I didn't see that. But did they make a bigger deal about him passing as they did when he failed? No, you know why? People like to see it. They like to see that. People like that. I don't know why it's set up like that. I was on the expressway. Traffic was jammed up. You know what was happening? It was an accident. But people pull over to the side to get out of their car and go and look. To see somebody else's suffering. That's why talk shows are so popular. So people like to hear other people's misery. Get caught up in that. Then they go magnify it in their own life because that's all they focus on. I did not catch you during any accident, see? Bad boy, went to conquer this volcano like that gentleman who decided it doesn't matter how many times I fail. I'm going to courageously pursue it. I don't care what people say. I don't care what they think. This is something that I want that gives my life meaning and value. You got a volcano like that in you somewhere.
Welcome to our channel, where we believe that success starts with conquering your morning. In today's video, we will discuss the importance of starting your day on the right foot and provide you with practical tips to conquer your morning routine. By implementing these strategies, you can set yourself up for a productive, successful, and fulfilling day. The power of morning routine. The way you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. A well-structured morning routine can help you feel more focused, encouraged, and prepared to tackle the challenges that lie ahead. By establishing a consistent routine, you can optimize your time, prioritize your task, and cultivate a positive mindset. Tip to conquer your morning. Number 1. Wake up early. The early morning hours are often the most peaceful and productive time of the day. By waking up early, you can carve out some much needed me time to engage in activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Whether it's exercising, meditation, journalism, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee in silence. Wake up early allows you to set a positive tone for the day ahead. Number 2. Practice gratitude. Take a moment each morning to reflect on the things you are grateful for. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude can shift your focus from what's lacking in your life to the abundance that surrounds you. Number 3. Set intentions. Before diving into your daily task, take a few moments to set intentions for the day. What do you hope to accomplish? How do you want to show up in the world? Setting intentions can provide you with a sense of purpose and directions, guidance your actions and decisions throughout the day. Number 4. Fuel your body. A nutritious breakfast is essential for fueling your body and mind. Make sure to prioritize a balanced meal that provides you with the energy and nutrients needed to power through your morning. Number 5. Move your body. Physical activity is a fantastic way to jumpstart your day. Whether it's a quick workout, a yoga session, or a brisk walk around the neighborhood. Moving your body release endorphins, boost your mood and enhance your overall well-being. Number 6. Limit distraction. In today's digital age, it's easy to get caught up in the endless colors of social media or email fast things in the morning. Instead, try to limit distractions and focus on achievement that promote mindfulness and productivity. Number 7. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your morning routine to center yourself and cultivate a sense of calm. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing exercise, or simply taking a few moments to appreciate the present moment, mindfulness can help you approach the day with clarity and composure. Conquering your morning is not just about checking off a list of tasks. It's about setting yourself up for success in all areas of your life. By implementing these strategies into your morning routine, you can cultivate a sense of purpose, productivity, and positivity that will carry you through the day. Remember, how you spend your morning determines how you spend your days. So make the most of this valuable time. Thank you for watching, and we hope these tips help you conquer your morning and live your best life.